Hey my friends, welcome back to a new video. You're so much closer to your dreams than you think you are. I have a special message for you, for everyone who's working on your dreams, for everyone who knows that you deserve more to life, to everyone who's seeking more joy in their lives. My friends, this message is for you. Don't trust the illusion of reality when it comes to results. And I want to remind you that because when you see the possibility in your mind and feel the inspiration in your heart, you will be driven by curiosity for miracles. And that is something that we truly need to remind ourselves, because if we focus on the present results, we'll always find what's missing, and that's what is separating us from our dreams. When you actually fall in love with the process of improving your skills, building up your talents, expanding your consciousness and your understanding of how incredible you are, you will truly fall in love with the process of that. You will start enjoying at doing things, at learning, at growing, at improving. And results will just find you. It will feel like out of nowhere, synchronicities are finding you and things are aligning for you, and suddenly you will find all these manifestations you ever wanted. But you will notice, well, it's not so satisfying than you thought. Because, when we just love what we do, we don't care what will find us. We just know that whatever will find us will be for our greater good. So, rather than focusing on results, focus on how you want to evolve to be all that you can be. And that is a great way to live a life filled with wonder and bliss. Everything you are going through right now is exactly what you need to get there. So fall in love with the process of growth and expansion of your natural gifts and talents, and visualize the possibility of what you want to see in your life. And everything will work out. Because you know that if you look back right now, you can see that everything always worked out. But of course, our analytical mind can make small things big problems, right? Especially when we're dealing with lack of money or lack of love or lack of company. We think that this is a huge problem. But we need to ask ourselves why our situation is right now the way it is, what it is teaching us. Not that why, like why this is happening to me, but what this situation is teaching me right now. What are the opportunities in this present situation that I may be missing? You can set an intention. Universe, please show me the opportunities that I'm not able to see them right now. What am I missing? Please show me what am I missing. Your intentions are powerful. Use them wisely, because we are using our intentions most of the time unconsciously, usually out of negative thoughts. So become aware of the words you're saying, the thoughts you're thinking, and use your intentions for like a navigation. Your intentions can navigate you through life, so use them wisely. Because sometimes we think we need to do something that we need what we don't have right now. For example, when people say, I would love to follow my dreams, but I don't have enough money to support myself to follow that dream. But the thing is that when we awaken our imagination a little bit and ask ourselves, how can I use what I have to create what I want? We become creators, right? We become creative at that point. And the point of all life's situations, the meaning behind this is to trigger your creative perception. Trigger your creative mind so we can start thinking on life creatively. But of course you can't be creative if you're under stress, right? If you're under tension, everything is going wrong. So we need to learn to self-regulate. We need to learn to detach from that state of survival, right? And that's why we are using meditation. That's why I'm always sharing with you a message that can raise your vibes. Because once we learn to detach from that fight or flight state, from the state of survival, we tap into that inner calmness, we nurture our minds, our hearts, and our spirits through meditation or through long walks in nature or through working out or through making art or through listening music and reading books that can uplift us. We'll step into a more beautiful state in which we suddenly become creative. So in the past I thought that it happens to me spontaneously, like I just become creative out of nowhere. But I had no skill like how to enter consciously into that state. But then after I've started painting, I've noticed that if I do certain things, I suddenly become creative. So I've noticed that if I start my day with a good meditation, with doing a workout so I can, raise the energy in my body, if I do something that I truly love, I will naturally get myself into the state of creativity. So we need to, recognize what works best for us. And you need to recognize that for yourself, what can help you to get yourself out of the state of survival to the state of rejuvenation, to the state of creative expression. And by self-observation and deep introspection, you will notice what works for you. And constant growth in that inner experience and inner understanding will help you to know yourself better and to know what kind of patterns works for you. So you see, it's truly not about manifesting. It's just about getting deeper into the state of creativity so we can start creatively expressing ourselves. And it has nothing to do with art. Well, if you're an artist, it has. But if you're a businessman or woman, if you're a leader, entrepreneur, whatever, you need to know how to tap into your creative self so we can find the best possible solutions. The thing is, when we are in that creative state, we don't care about results because we are making results with our present actions. That's why we don't care when things will find us, because what we care the most is doing things to the best of our abilities for the greatest good of all. And let your curiosity for miracles be leading you to the beautiful moments of life where it feels like out of nowhere found me something that is more incredible than I could ever imagine. Again, you can use intentions, universe, show me a sign that I'm doing the right thing in a way that I will know it is coming from you. Give me a sign in such an incredible way that I will know it is coming from you. That's what we care. That's why it's not so easy to get into the creative state. And that's why we say that the source of creation is a creator. God is a creator. So we need to detach from the need to see proofs to believe into something, and that is called trust. We need to learn to detach from the need to see proofs to believe into something. So once we are able to trust into our own vision, we'll do anything we can to the best of our abilities to make it happen. And that's where we start evolving our gifts and talents. So you need to start valuing what makes you unique. That's something we were talking before. And maybe it just happened because of yesterday's full moon that something unique has activated within you, or you've just become more aware to what is calling you to greater joy, and you truly need to pay attention to what is that inner calling. Sometimes we just experience that sense of inspiration, like an inner fire that is just calling us to do something new or something we've been procrastinating on for such a long time. And if we don't do nothing about it, we'll just forget about it. And that's where people say, well, I've tried so many things, but nothing worked. No, you haven't tried hard enough. And I don't mean hard enough with hard work, but with enough of attention, with enough of effort, so the seed could actually grow into something that you wish to see. So my friends, you are so much closer to your dreams than you think you are. Don't trust the illusion of reality when it comes to results, because you are the result of creation, that anything is possible. Look at you, how far you've come already. Look at you, how many things that you once thought that are not possible, you've made them like nothing. How many skills you've gained that you thought that it's not possible for you to learn that. You made it through, you've made it happen. You see, you're already a proof that anything is possible. But still we forget those things, especially when we get lost in everyday's life, right? So I just want to remind you to look at you for a moment and see how many things you once thought that are not possible just happened. So now look at you in the future and feel the same way. How many things you thought in the past that are not possible and they just happened out of nowhere. See yourself in the future, having things that you want right now. They just came to you out of nowhere because you've trusted the process. How many wonderful things you've already created. And now see what would happen if you would put all your heart into what you want to see on the world. And I'm not talking just about your world, but the whole world. How much could change if you would put whole heart into what's the most important to you? Because of course at the beginning, all we care about is to make sure that we are safe, that we have food to eat, clothes to wear, and roof above our heads. So we need to take care of that, of course. But once we have all of those things, we need to have a bigger dream. We need to have a vision that is bigger than us. Because otherwise we'll be just walking around doing meaningless things until we will notice that we are lacking meaning in life, that we are lacking joy and passion for creating. So we need to have a vision that is bigger than us. And I think we are living in a world where everything is already accessible. So it's not a big problem anymore that we are not safe, but that we are lacking a vision for the future that is bigger than us, that is beyond our present care we have for others, that is beyond our present love we have for ourselves and for others, that is beyond the limits of our minds. That's why we need to tap deeper into ourselves and ask ourselves, how would the world be if I would let go of all my fears and limitations? Who would I become if I would release all the blocks and anchors that are holding me back in my limited beliefs? How much could I evolve if I would actually follow my heartfelt desires rather than my limitations and fears? So recognize what dream is calling you and see what can you do with what you have. And work on relaxing yourself. You know, if you feel stressed constantly because of how your life is right now, find a moment in a day where you detach from your reality and you tap into your inner world and you awaken your inner creator, your alchemist. So we can work on that skill, because that's what we're learning right now. We're learning to master our gifts that are within us. And once we find them and we recognize that our mind is more powerful than we've been told, what we visualize can actually create great effects on the external world, we actually pay more attention to the thoughts we think. Are my thoughts supportive to my dreams? Do my thoughts really have an effect on my life? And if yes, do I want to think the thoughts that are not supporting who I want to become? And see what can you do about it. Because whatever we observe affects our minds. And if we just allow ourselves to perceive anything that just come across our awareness, we may recognize that our minds are poisoned with so much of nonsense. And you need to become more aware of what you choose to perceive. And that is the power of free will. You can actually read a book that you decide that you will read. You can actually say no to social media when you want to focus on your passion project. You can actually decide to unfollow the pages that don't support your growth and follow the pages that will uplift your spirit so you can feel more inspired. Right? That is all the power of a free will. And you need to decide to use it so consciously that you will know that whatever you do will contribute to your growth and the growth of people around you. So tap into the inner love, open your heart, and find that inner creator that is sleeping within you. Wake it up and remind yourself that it's time to work on that. My friends, this is it for today. Visualize the possibility that you want to see in your life and follow what will come after it. Do what you feel that you need to do. Improve the skills, improve the talents that you have. If you say, well, I'm not talented at all, well, you need some deep introspection for that. Go deeper into yourself. What makes you unique? What makes you special? Even if it's weird in the eyes of others, who cares? What makes you special? That's your talent, my friends. That's your unique gift. That's why you've come here at the first place. So, my friends, I'm wishing you a beautiful path. Have a beautiful day. And till next time, I'm sending you lots of love, blessings, and power. I hope you've enjoyed in today's painting and message. To everyone who would love to support my art, you can find it on my Etsy page, I Draw My Passion. To everyone who needs some daily reminders, go and check out my Instagram page, AttractPassion, and my Instagram page, I Draw My Passion, for my daily art and art gallery. Go there and check it out. Till next time, one love.